Welcome back. It's your boy Mo, and we are back with another one. Now, today's video is finna get deep. So I just want everybody to hold on and ride this wave. Because this wave, if your eyes aren't open after this one, then you probably just won't get it. Let's go.
Gates is a rabid depopulation eugenicist. His dad was a big part of Planned Parenthood. He also seems to have had, as you know, a very intimate connection with Epstein. And like Epstein, he seems to have his hand in a lot of things. So he's very interested in depopulation. He's very interested in genetic modification, GMOs. He wants to create fake meat that everybody's going to eat. He was experimenting at one point with beer, where everybody's going to drink beer made from. I think he's just all over the place, throwing money at everything, kind of like Epstein, to see, what hits and what doesn't. He's definitely one of the top global movers and shakers, and he definitely had a huge role in COVID and that whole scam. And if you look at the emails between Epstein and Gates about running pandemic simulations back in 2017, I think that all of those are kill shots right there.
This student is scared for his life while exposing what he just uncovered about Bill Gates.
I'm not suicidal and I'll never kill myself. This is my research on Bill Gates. He funds research on ticks on Plum Island. He is getting a vaccine for ticks before anything major happens.
Hold on now. You mean to tell me this man, before he says anything about somebody that's powerful, has to get out here and let y'all know he ain't suicidal, ain't never thought about killing himself? Nothing. Why you gotta say that? Let's find out.
This is similar to when he created viruses in Windows to sell antivirus. He encourages people to be vegan and stop eating meat. He suggests bugs as an alternative. Suddenly, there are alpha-gal syndrome cases from the Lone Star tick. Alpha-gal syndrome is where people are allergic to red meat, but bugs are still fine. This is not a natural allergic reaction. I suspect it is man-made. Boxes of ticks are found in tall grass fields by farmers. Chickens eat hundreds of ticks per hour. However, there's an initiative petition, IP28 Peace Act, removing existing extensions for agriculture, hunting, and fishing. Tick populations rapidly spreading across the U.S., worse than any other year in history. Ticks are known to be aggressive and hostile, actively searching for human hosts rather than staying on grass blades like other ticks. Bill Gates pushes for 3D printed meat. Bill Gates releases genetically altered mosquitoes under the excuse to get rid of other mosquitoes. This might be a secret vaccination plan. Initial discovery. In the early 2000s, Dr. Thomas Platts Mills and other researchers at the University of Virginia began receiving reports of sudden unexplained allergic reactions to red meat, such as beef and pork, occurring 3 to 6 hours after consumption. Bill Gates is a genius, but the question is he really trying to help society?
Still need humans? Not from.
Before we get to that, the answer is no. Straight up. The answer is no. There is no way that you do all this thinking that it's to help people. It's to kill people. Why? Who want to eat bugs, man? I don't want no bugs. Give me some chicken with some asparagus. Maybe some steak and asparagus with some shrimp. Give me that. I don't want to eat no goddamn bugs, man. What's wrong with these folks, man? Let's keep going.
Those things. We'll decide. First, we've got population. Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. We believe unbelievable progress can be made, both inventing new vaccines and making sure they get out to all the children who need them.
10 to 15%? Reduce population to 10, 15%? You finna kill 10 to 15% of the world? This can't be real, y'all. This can't be real, man. This can't be real. I'm sorry, I know I keep stopping it, but this is some insane stuff, man. This is insane. You can't make this up. This is no lies right here. I told y'all from the very start, I'm not finna put anything that's AI'd or anything up here, man. What I'm putting up here is pure facts. And this is what this man has been doing, and he is continuing to try to do. It is insane. Insane. Let's keep going, y'all. God.
The benefits there in terms of reducing sickness, reducing the population growth, it really allows the society a chance. Is a huge source of emissions, and there's new ideas about genetics and direct seeding. With cows, you can vaccinate them, change the genetics. Most of the time you're online, you're going to want to be in an environment where that people are truly identified. That is, they're connected to a real world identity that you trust instead of just people saying whatever they want.
He has two major statements that he says over and over again. Vaccines are the greatest return on investment I've ever had. And my number one goal and the biggest issue of our time is overpopulation.
Yes.
Right? We need to reduce population. He doesn't say that accidentally. He did the TED Talk where the heart of it is how through modern medicine and vaccines, we can reduce the population of the world.
I bet a lot of y'all didn't even catch it. I bet a lot of y'all didn't even catch it. Through medicine and vaccines, we gonna kill all y'all. Y'all better stop playing these folks games, man. They tell y'all dead in y'all face. Why y'all still playing? Y'all better become herbalists or something. I'm telling y'all better stop playing that game. Stop it. But let's keep going. It's insane, man. This is insane.
First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
That is a statement that came out of his mouth. I'm paraphrasing, not exactly, but they try to retract it. And then in the next video, he's doing a whole thing on how we need to reduce the population of the world.
How there's too many people and it's causing the problem, all the problems of the world.
So when I'm like, when any of us, it's a conspiracy theory to say that vaccines are reduced. Well, I mean, is it?
Bill Gates of hell is back at it again, you guys. You guys won't believe what he did this time. Now check this out. The Gates Foundation is about to launch the world's first contraceptive that will prevent women from pregnancy for 8 years. Now he's running this project out of Kenya and he dumped $2.5 billion into the project, and this is how it works. So the device is inserted into the uterus where it releases progestin. This synthetic hormone thickens a cervical mucus to prevent sperm reaching and fertilizing the egg. This can't be good. But wait, hold up. 8 years? For one, that sounds like population control. And two, there's no historical data on this, so what are the side effects later? But it doesn't stop there. Did you guys know that he is creating a synthetic butter that he wants all of us to eat, that he's going to provide to restaurants, bakeries, markets? Completely fake.
The company is called Savor, and you better believe it. Their pioneering tech uses carbon and hydrogen to make the stick of butter you see on this plate. Not at full capacity in this facility yet.
Hold up. Stop. I know you guys saw that, right? What the hell is slop water? If you guys don't know...
Y'all, before he even say anything about slop water, it's just the point of it, period. Just the point, period. Why I gotta be called slop water? And y'all using it. Purified water, I'm okay. I mean, it ain't no good. It ain't good, but it's better. You know what I'm saying? Than some slop. Cause we know what slop is. Slop is the same thing that cows eat, right? Make it make sense. Please, somebody make it make sense. Cause it's not adding up. I just don't get it. It's a head scratcher. Cause I keep scratching my head. What? Slop water? Let's figure out what slop water is for those that don't know. Damn.
Let me show you. So, says here that slop water is a term primarily used in the oil and gas industry to describe water that has become contaminated with hydrocarbons, drilling fluids, and other waste materials. What? You guys, I even caught Grok lying about this. It says slop water was photoshopped in that video, and then I said it's literally in the original video posted by CBS. Then it said, thanks for pointing that out. Upon closer review, it's actually in the video. Then I said, do better, bro. Noted. Accuracy is key. You guys, we got to start fact-checking AI because, come on. So this company, Savor, is funded by Bill Gates, and they're saying that this butter is better for us. It saves us from greenhouse gases and other stuff. It's made with natural flavors and coloring. I'm good. So no cows anymore. Okay, got it. You guys, this is the same guy that told us that to eat bugs was healthier for us because we get our protein. And yet again, we don't have any historical data on this. What are the long-term effects? So at this point, this is what we're gonna do, you guys. We're gonna sell these Fuck Bill Gates shirts, and if I sell 1,000 of these, we're gonna have a festival, a party, a Fuck Bill Gates Day, fresh fruits and vegetables, real food, and we're all gonna celebrate. So, link in bio. And as always, let me know what you guys think below.
Doctor claimed that this was
I'm gonna kill the whole buck. I'm with that. I'm fucking with that. Fuck that. Listen, let me get a shirt. If you watching this, if you following, buy you a shirt too. Yeah. We doing that. We with all that. Yeah. We with all that bullshit. Okay? Excuse my language. Fuck Bill Gates. Okay? We with that. We taking it there. Cause you trying to kill everybody. We gonna take it there then. Hey, make sure y'all get a shirt, because I'm down so finna get me one. Let's keep going.
What he experienced in a meeting he had with Mr. Bill Gates to clone human organs using eggs from Nigerian women.
The Western countries need these ovarian eggs for cloning. And when he called us, and I must say, I was physically present when Bill Gates called us through the General Electric, who he awarded the contract to build 260 hospitals in Nigeria, so that it will be at these his hospitals they will be harvesting these organs and harvesting these eggs. So he will now take us out of the health sector. He invited the leaders in the private health sector and said, okay, look, I'm ready to offer you money to leave the healthcare sector. We told him before the executives of GE that he is mad and insane to demand such a thing.
To leave medical practice.
Then we should leave medical practice. And then he will pay us, no matter the amount of dollars we ask for. So we said, you are mad. We are not going to do that, and to hell with you.
Is that really?
We told him of before the executives of, I was personally present. The lab people, the president and secretaries of the lab, National Organization of the Laboratory Scientists was there. The president and secretary of the community pharmacies was there. And we told him to his face, to his presence, because they were talking it was a telecom conference, and then the executives of General Electric were there at the headquarters in Abuja. So we told him off that you cannot do that, even with all your money and all your thing, is not going to be possible. Now, since we rejected that offer, he has moved to his second option.
Okay,
eliminate, kill all these doctors, and then take over the health. And he told us they have already taken up the whole government hospital. They bought the federal medical centers, they bought the university teaching hospitals.
They will.
Things are getting real scary, man. Like, they on a mission to make sure for a fact that they get every organ out your ass. Proceed with caution. That's why I have a page called BIA, Blacks in Arms. It's not a race thing. It's just letting you know that I'm trying to get a group together that's going to be bigger than the Black Panthers. No disrespect to my Black Panthers. I'm a young Black Panther. But I want something that's going to be bigger than the Black Panther that's for everyone. Because we shouldn't be divided anymore. We should be united. And through Blacks in Arms, we will be united. Because black can stand for a gun. Excuse me. It can stand for anything that is black. that means something to you. It doesn't have to just be skin color. But we are not about violence. We're about peace and unity, all trying to break this system that we're stuck in. Cause that's what time it is. We can't be divided anymore. We see what's going on. They're playing with us in our face. Got us killing each other and everything. We gotta stop. We have to stop. We gotta unite. Reach one, teach one. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to it. Let's boot each other up, man. Because once we all boot each other up, no one can stop us. This is our world. It's time for us to take it back. Just keep going.
Induce a pandemic. You're going to get the flu. Everybody around us is going to get the flu. Then the United States government, based on their statements that they've already made, will say, oh my, we have a pandemic.
You've left the United States of America.
Yes, sir, I have.
Why?
I do not feel safe living in the United States.
Do you want to come in and sit down?
No, sir, I'd rather not.
You'd rather just be here so you can make a fast exit if you have to.
As soon as you and I finish,
you're out
I'm
here.
leaving the country again. Why? Because in a very short time, not today, not tomorrow, but very soon, we'll be facing compulsory vaccination under the mistaken term of voluntary vaccination.
Now, what is it about these vaccinations? You think that they're bad?
Well, first of all, let's start with the fact that the World Health Organization has decided that we have 90% too many people. The World Health Organization has been working since 1974 on vaccines to create permanent sterility.
Doctor, the response is going to be, you're crazy.
The fact this isn't AI is crazy.
Of reducing population growth, that's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
Wait. What the?
more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
What the?
So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic, there will be another pandemic.
Absolutely. We don't know when.
History teaches us that the next pandemic is a matter of when, not if.
We know what's next. We're going to have another major coronavirus pandemic before the end of this decade, before 2030.
If we really want to prevent the next pandemic, and there will be one, there will absolutely be an outbreak of another pandemic. It may be next year.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
Administer.
If that don't tell you something bad, then you lying to yourself. Okay? You lying to yourself. Everybody, every politician, Congress, governor, everybody is a part of this. There is nobody out here on our side. It is 100% up to us. You must go natural. You gotta take care of yourself, because ain't nobody gonna take care of you. You gotta do what you gotta do. You just saw it yourself. There is another pandemic coming. There's no telling when they go hit it off, when they go pop it off. But it's coming. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Because if you do not, you are in trouble. It's that simple. Don't be out here caught lacking when the information is out here given to you. Now it's time to do the research for you. Let's keep going, man. It's gonna get even more insane. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Somebody said viruses are man-made. They don't exist in nature. They don't exist in anything, actually. It's just a made-up word. That's where it gets even deeper, right? It's just a made-up word. They've made up a word where people are like, oh, but I've got EBV. I've got HPV. I've got the herp. I've got this. I've got AIDS. I've got HIV. I've got flu. I've got this. They just make up words. All they're doing is poisoning people on a regular basis, whether it be a cell phone tower, whether it be a vaccine, whether it be a pesticide. That's pretty much it. And then they're like, oh, but you've got this. And that doctor told me this. All the doctors are Muppets. They're Rockefeller Muppets. They're there to sell you poisons and poison you the entire time. That's what it comes down to.
I had a dramatic example of this when I was growing up. Right outside our house, there was a wetlands. And it was full of frogs, and the frogs kept me up at night, so I taped the windows, and in the spring, they made a big racket. And then over time, the frogs were all gone. How many thinks the frogs had a genetic disease? How many thinks the frogs had a virus? How many thinks somebody put DDT into the water? That's what happened. Diseases are poisoning.
Guys, you must watch this video. This whistleblower reveals the fact that if you took the mRNA shot, the COVID shot, you are now pretty much considered transhuman. And he's got the government documents to back it up. I looked it up. It was a little hard to find, but the information is out there. So if you want to do your due diligence and look it up for yourself, it is there. Listen to what this guy has to say.
Supreme Court of the United States. I've printed it off. I'll even give you the link. As a matter of fact, let me give you the link right now. / www.supremecourt.gov/opinions/12 PDF /12-398 space _ 1B7D period PDF. Let me read this to you in case you don't understand what the hell's going on with this stupid ass shot. In the U.S., the Supreme Court has ruled that vaccinated people worldwide are products, patented goods, according to U.S. law, no longer human. Through a modified DNA or RNA vaccination, the mRNA vaccination, the person ceases to be human and becomes the owner of the holder of the modified gen vaccination patent because they have their own genome and are no longer human, without natural people in parentheses, but transhuman. So a category that does not exist in human rights. Did you hear that? A category that does not exist in human rights. The quality of a natural person and all related rights are lost. No rights, freedoms, and liberties. No religious exemptions, nothing, because you've been turned into a person, not a man or a woman. You think I've been joking? I've been telling you guys to wake the hell up. You haven't been waking up. Now it's kicking you in your teeth. This is why I put on these seminars, so you can understand exactly what you need to do to forcefully take back your rights, freedoms, and liberties. Now listen to this. This applies worldwide, and patents are subject to U.S. law since 2013. All people vaccinated with GM-modified mRNAs are legally transhuman and legally identified as transhuman and do not enjoy any human or other rights of a state. State meaning any government, any state, even here in the United States. And this applies worldwide because GenPoint technology patents are under U.S.
I'm truly sorry for everyone that went out there and got themselves vaccinated. I truly hate that they tricked you into doing that. Me and a little group of people, we tried to spread the word before it even started. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that they were just going to try to find some type of way. But see, what they thought was, they thought that they would have gotten more black people I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not on here to sugarcoat anything for y'all. They thought they were gonna get more black people because they don't want black people to have rights. That's why they put us in the category of black, so that we can't even get our redemption money, whatever it's called. We'll never be paid for the sacrifices that our ancestors had to go through because we're black, and black is just a color. It's not a race. It's not an ethnicity. It's very disrespectful. Everybody ain't from Africa. There's a lot of people that don't know if they from Africa or not. You can't sit here and say that all black people are African Americans. We don't even know that. So now they just made it to the point where if you just got a vaccine, you're no longer a human. You no longer have rights. The police can come up on you today and beat the shit out of you and nothing happens. Trust me, we know. Pay attention, y'all. Wake up. Let's go, man. Let's go.
If you got vaccinated, you need to watch this.
First of all, you give them phones. Then you give them smartphones. Then you go to technology on the body. Next is inside the body. The other side of it is what they call the cloud. Through the medium of this cloud, they will connect to this self-replicating nanotechnology in the body. It will control what you think. Artificial intelligence becomes the human mind. That's the goal. So, is it such a stretch to think that an anti-human agenda could be perpetrated ultimately by a non-human race, a non-human force operating outside of human visual?
He said the nanotechnology is self-replicating, which means once it goes inside your body, it creates its own self. It keeps duplicating itself and it's going to your brain. This was all a part of the plan, people. They're going to control your mind, and they probably already are through satellites. It's technology. They always tell us through movies what's going to happen. Check this out. Everybody that got this is connected to a server, a cloud, and everybody is going to be controlled mentally. And this is why they forced everybody to get it. They threatened your job. They told you that you were going to lose this. You people need to be detoxed. And if you didn't get it, make sure you're not sleeping with people who got vaccinated, because you're going to take on their blood and that nanotechnology that's in their bloodstream. Holy fuck.
What they don't tell the people is that 6G.
Ain't that something? Now they saying that if you even with somebody that's vaccinated, you can get it by being grown. WTF. Let's just
rolled out on those cruise ships. People can go look this up. It's 6G maritime cruise ships. And 6G has rolled out on those cruise ships, so people are coming down with the illness. That's what it is, the Santa virus. Just like in 2020, when 5G rolled out on the cruise ships, people came down with the right. And then go back to 1919 Kansas flu, when they rolled out the radio, which is the same as the lowest G, the cell phone tower. When they rolled that out, it came down with the Kansas flu. So you see, once you go through all of the introductions of technology, that's when people started coming down with the whole entire flu or this illness. And a great book on that for people to look into is The Invisible Rainbow by Arthur Fistenberg. This is a phenomenal book with 200 pages of sources, but it talks about any time the introduction of a technology is introduced into society, they come down with an illness or any of those things that you would like to call that.
I happen to be
for the United States government in the early part of the 2000s and the latter part of the 90s, a person who was sent around the world to look at the proliferation of biological and chemical weapons. I'm acutely familiar with the definition of what a biological warfare agent is in the 18 U.S. Code, the criminal code of violations of biological and chemical weapons. And so my assessment is in fact professional and right. In 2005, at a conference sponsored by DARPA and the MITRE Corporation, Ralph Barrick, the architect of the lethal strand that has been injected into millions and billions of people's arms, that Ralph Barrick was sponsored to present the following, and let's go ahead and use his words, presentation: synthetic coronaviruses, biohacking, bio-warfare enabling technologies. Does that sound like a public health distribution program? Does that sound like something that is accidentally misinterpreted to mean something else? Or does biological warfare enabling technologies sound like not countermeasures or pandemic preparedness? It sounds to me like biological warfare enabling technologies. And the reason why I have that hunch is what followed was he received, next to his NIAID grants, non-competitive DARPA grants in matching funds for over $140 million of aggregate funding going into his and his related programs on synthetic biological warfare enabling technologies. So do I have a problem calling the injection a biological warfare enabling technology? Absolutely not, because that's what they called it. And we know that they knew they called it that on September 18th, 2019. Because on September 18th, 2019, the racketeering, co-conspiring cabal of interlocking directorates, also known as the World Health Organization, said that they were going to conduct an experience for the world that was going to be a rapidly spreading pandemic due to a lethal respiratory pathogen. The lethality in that statement is the problem. They didn't say we're going to maybe get a little bit of sniffles going around. They said we were going to actually have the promulgation of a deadly agent. And the stated reason, in September 2020, the progress indicator is that the world would accept a universal vaccine. We stated on September 18th, 2019, we were intending to kill. And we were intending to kill to create the fear that would drive people to accept something that without coercion, no one would have accepted.
Why did the WHO run a pandemic simulation exercise 5 days before the hantavirus outbreak? Now, you guys can pause and read this, but basically it says they did an infectious disease outbreak simulation involving 15 countries. Now listen to this. This was the fictional circumstances of the scenario. The simulated response was complicated by fragmented information and inconsistent action across countries. In one scenario thread, an Arctic researcher boards a cruise ship while infected, spreading the disease to fellow passengers. Now it says the simulated response was complicated by fragmented information and inconsistent action across countries. Meaning, for example, one country like the U.S. might be saying, oh, this is nothing that you need to worry about, while on the other hand, the medical doctors are saying, hey, we need to take this serious, which is exactly what's been going on in the news.
What do you think about the handling of the hantavirus?
The one thing with this one is that it's much harder to catch.
First set of human-to-human transmission with this exact virus happened at a birthday party. And at that birthday party, which was only 90 minutes, there are reports where one person transmitted to another where they did not have any physical contact and in fact simply said hello to each other in passing. Now that doesn't sound like prolonged close contact to me. In fact, it's not.
To mention, guys, the exercise was only ran for 2 days. How do you simulate a pandemic in 2 days? So how do you simulate confusion and non-cooperation when everybody knows that this is an exercise? Guys, comment Hunter below and I'll send you a link of the full breakdown. 1.
Now that is insane. And it is very interesting because it lets us know what's the next pandemic. And we know it's fake. Say it with me, guys. We know it's fake. There we go. There we go. Good job. Good job. So keep your head on the swivel. These are attacks. The people that died during COVID were attacked. Yes, people was dying during COVID because people were getting killed during COVID. They were being tested on. Because the first thing they did was ran out there to get some type of shot. How can you have something in the air to get you sick? It so-called stays around, but nobody wearing their mask no more. And y'all stop pushing the issue to wear masks. But COVID's still out here though. And now we got Hunter. So just pay attention. Pay attention to all the news channels. Pay attention to all that because it's going to let us know what it is that they're going to try to do. You'll know the attack. You'll know what it is. All that. Just pay attention because they can't get their lives together no more. They can't lie straight no more. We see this. They can't lie straight no more. So let's keep going.
There is nothing more toxic that ever could be injected into a human body than a vaccine. I'm not talking about certain vaccines. I'm talking about all vaccines. There is not one redeeming substance in any vaccine. Each substance is highly toxic on its own merit. And in a soup, there's no value to it. There's no way to prove that many toxic ingredients all of a sudden become magically beneficial. Your main 5 substances that are in every vaccine are liquid mercury, aluminum, formaldehyde, ether, and detergent. And you can have anywhere from 23 to 68 toxic ingredients in every vaccine. All those that are labeled inert, which means inactive, have a deteriorating effect on the health of the human body. Every one. Squalene is highly toxic, and they're putting that into flu vaccines now. There is no science that proves that they will stop diseases. In fact, it's proved that they create diseases.
Leading cause of death in the United States is medical intervention. Medical intervention kills about 1 million people a year. Doctors kill over 1 million people a year, and people go to their doctor and think nothing of it. The problem with our medical doctors is that these very good people make the biggest mistake of their life, and they go to medical school. 85% of what they're taught is unscientific nonsense. And then they're cut loose on the general population to practice unscientific nonsense. The medicine we have is now so far behind the science that it is impossible to bring it up to date. We have to take the medicine we have and discard it and start over. Where did we ever get the idea that we can help a sick person if we give them poison? It's a pretty stupid system, but it makes enormous amounts of money, and the drug companies have enormous power because they have so much money.
Well, that's the end of that. I hope y'all picked up what I put down. It was deep. It was very deep. This is the plan that the elites have. Destroy all of our food. Just rely on everything that they want to give us, which is out here to kill us. Even though we have already been eating a lot of food that is out here killing us. As we see this. And y'all don't believe me? Don't worry. I have video. I'm telling y'all, I love this. I love this. I've been slacking. I've been slipping. But I'm finna get back to work, y'all, and give y'all the information that y'all need so that we can survive. We had ancestors that lived here for thousands of years. We struggling to make it to 100. Make it make sense. If you talk to somebody that's 100 years old, they let you know what it is that they were eating. They wasn't eating all this BS. They wasn't. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people already knew that a lot of this meat out here is humans. We eating ourselves. The people that we can't find them because we're eating them. Wake up. Think about how many people is really in this world. Think about how many animals is in this world. Put the pieces together. All you have to do is wake up and ask questions. If it don't feel right, it is not right. I'm not going to talk y'all all night, you know. I just want to let y'all know. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. And we need to get up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. It's that time. I feel it. It's that time. We can do this. We can go natural. We don't need this man-made stuff. And if we do need something man-made, guess what? We made a man. So we can do it ourselves. It ain't gotta look perfect. It just gotta be yo perfect. Let's wake up, y'all. We gotta get it together. Let's stop playing that game. It's time for them to play our game now. So, without further ado, until next time, you know my motto: what is up is down. What is down is all around. Stay woke. Love y'all. Till the next time. Let go.